with respect to the statements about violence in Israel, that Israel has a legitimate right to self-defense, but we're not hearing about the Palestinians' right to self-defense. Why is that, and does the president believe that Palestinians have a right to self-defense?
Well, let me first say, I think it's important to note, as I think you'd agree, that these rockets are coming and these attacks are coming from Hamas, and many Palestinian people are being put in danger because of the violence that is happening back and forth. And the president, in his statement yesterday, also made clear that we he underscored the importance of working to advance peace throughout the region, including between Israelis and Palestinians. Any loss of life, any threat to life, which we've certainly seen, is a tragedy. That's what we're working to de-escalate and try to reduce in the region.
But why not have in the statement that Palestinians also have a right to self-defense?
Are the attacks not coming from Hamas? Do you consider Hamas the Palestinian leadership?
Let me rephrase the question then. You've repeatedly in the statements condemned the rocket attacks. Mm-hmm. Does the White House, does the Biden administration also condemn the evictions of Palestinians from their homes in occupied Jerusalem?
We have spoken to that in our readouts, and certainly our national security advisor has raised, and we have raised at many levels, the importance of addressing the building in these communities, and the fact that in order to move forward and move toward de-escalation, that's an important issue to address. So that has come up. I think we've got to move on and let you wrap. Go ahead.
When Secretary Blinken called both Mahmoud Abbas and also Benjamin Netanyahu, why didn't the president do the same by only speaking to the Israeli prime minister? Are you concerned that this shows sort of a one-sided viewpoint from this administration?
Well, I would say that the Secretary of State is an incredibly high-ranking member of the administration, fourth in line for the presidency, if I'm getting that correct. He's very close to President Biden, and certainly that sends a clear message about the importance of communicating with all parties in the region. And we have also had dozens of calls with a range of leaders in the region, as I've conveyed.
You've been talking to the Egyptians. Have you sent any sort of message to Hamas through the Egyptians?
Well, I think, Steve, the reason we're, of course, talking in part to the Egyptians and others in the region is that they have significant influence over Hamas. And unfortunately, as we saw earlier this week, assurances from Hamas that they were prepared to stand down proved false as they later launched a rocket barrage. But they are important communicators with Hamas. They can play an important role here, and that's why we're communicating with them, as well as the Israelis and the Palestinians.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.